Hi all, this is Utsav Singh and I shall be taking and discussing about why sociology optional. A majority of the time, because of so much of overthinking about which optional has to be taken, students lose a good quality amount of time. Rather than pondering over why you should go for one particular optional, I would suggest that few things has to be looked into. Don't get swayed by there are few no's why you should not go for a particular optional. So those no's include that you should not get swayed by who has been the topper this year. It happens that some of the student they get swayed that particular year somebody has topped in 1 to 10 the maximum amount of student belong to a particular subject, so the aspirants start opting for that very optional. So you should never get swayed by that. Okay. Second thing is that people also tend to think that the total number of amount of student which has been qualifying overall, they opt for that very optional. So again I would say that your decision should not be based upon the number of students those who have qualified from a particular subject, maybe geography, maybe political science, maybe mathematics. For example, if this year someone has topped and scored really well in mathematics, will you opt for it because the topper has scored so much really well? No, that should not be a criteria. Your criteria should be number one, what is the very objective that you are preparing for this examination? सर डस्टर कौन सा है इसमें? हाँ, okay. Now again, when you are thinking of an optional, as I said, number one, don't get swayed by the idea of topper. Second, number of successful aspirant. You never know the amount of effort those aspirant has put behind their success. Okay. Third is that Ambedkar has always said that there should be no space for hero worship. Certain time we get influenced by the personality of the person teaching it or promoting it. Both way it can happen. So you should again not go for hero worship. You should take calculated and a very objective look at why you should opt for a very particular optional. So when we see for objective criteria why we should opt for a particular optional is that you want to get qualified. First thing is that either you want to reach Labasna or you should clear state PCS examination. That is the very objective of choosing a particular optional, not that you want to do PhD in that very optional. So that should be very much clear. Those who have not been able to clear their prelims examination, I would mention this, they lack objectivity. Similarly, in order to select a particular optional, you should have very objective criteria for identifying which optional to go for. Second, you find it interesting. Yes, you may find it interesting. You may look through the previous year paper, and definitely you may find a few of the question, not all of the question, very interesting, and again you can make a resolution that you should go for a particular optional. Again I would say that would be very immature step to do, because the question that has been asked in a particular optional, especially related to humanities, that may appear very generic in nature, especially with relation to sociology, but they are not asking for a generic answer. For example, in 2019, UPSC asked a question regarding joining of rivers. Okay, and it was not related to environment. Okay, neither it was question paper from GS3 or sociology. or geography. Okay, GS1. This question was asked in your optional paper. So how will you be able to answer it from a sociological point of view? The question, it may seem very generic. As a student who is very naive with relation to optional, you may think, अरे ये question तो हमारे GS का है, so I am able to answer it. No, the question may be, same question may be asked in GS3 or GS1. Then you have to look into the syllabus of GS1 and GS3, and pertaining to that syllabus, what is the part of it, you have to correlate the question and then answer it. I would give you an example. There is one particular tribe which is very much in news, Koya tribe. You will find them in Andhra Pradesh. Andhra Pradesh. Okay. So this tribe, is getting displaced because of what? Polavaram project. So when this tribe is getting displaced because of Polavaram project, what is happening? It is loss of culture, identity, okay, economic activity, that is livelihood, You can analyze all this aspect from a sociological point of view by supporting them with thinkers. Then your answer will appear to have been an answer of sociology. In a similar fashion, if you see state PCS examination of Bihar, especially to BPSC 64th or 65th, these question paper I have been through, sociology, the question may appear very generic, yet maximum mark for sociology in BPSC 64 was near around 180. See, when you are targeting to become an SDM or top rankers in order to get the cadre which you want to serve in, you have to concern with relation to BPSC, you have to score somewhere near about 550 in your written mains. So in order to do so, you should be somewhere around 200 in your optional. That is a very good mark with relation to humanities. Okay, that can only be done when you are not writing a generic answer to your optional question. Generic लिखिएगा general number आ जाएगा, specific लिखिएगा specific number आएगा. Second, this is an age of Google. Okay, you can Google anything. So you should see the notes available. There are n number of faculties, successful faculties who have been teaching sociology for quite a number of time, and their notes are available in the market. So the availability of notes is there for sociology. Again, while I am discussing, people ask me, students ask me, I have been teaching for around 3.5 years optional. So what student asks me is that what book to follow. Of course, Nitin Sangwan is quite hot among the student. Yes. Then again, there is debate regarding which Harlambos to follow, whether we should go for yellow one or blue one. Okay. Should we go for Gideon or not? So these kind of debate is there. I would say IGNOU. Any notes we will find in the market, you can trace back its origin to the IGNOU notes. That's a fact. Okay. So again, there are BA and MA, IGNOU. See, when you compare sociology and you are looking for notes and you compare sociology with geography, IGNOU does not have geography as one of the subject for MA. Okay, so definitely the notes is absent. So when you compare that with sociology, sociology has you have availability of sociology optional note in form of IGNOU. Again, it's very huge. Okay, so you should, what you should do is that take your syllabus, compare it with the notes available from IGNOU, and just try to do away with the notes which are not part of your syllabus. Yes, it's a time consuming process, but it won't take more than 4 to 5 days. When you are preparing on your own, okay, this much amount of effort you can put in. Okay. Second, for BPSC, I would suggest for most of the question may appear very generic, but you can get it from Nitin Sangwan because it has collected all of the notes at one place. But again, how to read it is becoming very difficult because there is so much of information at very one place. So again, that is where your mentor comes into picture. You may choose anyone. Okay, some of your seniors, some of those who have really been successful, you can go through their blogs, their interview. But seeing is not believing. Most of the time what happens is that nothing succeeds like success. What they have achieved to become over there and what they are telling, there is a hell lot of difference. That is, what they are telling is a crux. But in order to reach up to there, they have been through a process. That process is being missed when you just follow the crux. Okay, so see, I will never say that coaching is necessary. No, it is not necessary, but the time duration you may take in order to understand on your own is very important. It may happen that you may choose a subject on your own and try to go through the papers of it. Then it will definitely be time consuming. You may lose 6 to 8 months of your time, where you can complete it in a very relatively less time, 3 to 4 months, when you are taking coaching. That's a fact. If you are entirely new to the subject, because initiation itself is very time consuming, because you are not able to understand few of the jargons which may literally appear to have a different meaning, but in context of that very optional will have a different meaning. Okay, so number 4th, time duration. Time duration. You should always choose an optional which will take very less time for revision, because if you choose an optional which takes 6 to 8 months of completion and again 2 months of revision, in all it is 10 months. Okay, when you are also preparing for your GS, plus prelims have become very competitive. If you see UPSC has been surprising since 2016. Okay, 2016 paper was a surprise, scoring was not a surprise. 2017 it became analytical. 18 it gave a twist. 19 they made even CSAT difficult. Okay, and in 2020 again they have given a twist. Okay, so in order to ensure your place in UPSC mains, you have to put good amount of effort for preparing for your prelims. So does that leave you with sufficient amount of time to prepare for your optional? No. Again, I said if you are preparing on your own, it will take 6 to 8 months. When you compare it with sociology will take at max 3 months, 3.5 months and 3 months. And when you go for revision of sociology, it will hardly take around 1 month. That's a fact. Okay, so that is, here you save your time, and time is money. You can get your money back, you can get your energy back, you will never get your time back, your attempts back. Okay, so here I am again telling you time is very important, and that is why you should select sociology. Okay, now what I would suggest, what thing as a student you should do in order to arrive at a conclusion to take an optional. First thing is that you just read the syllabus. Read the syllabus. Okay, I'm sure since you belong, the question is whether the student belonging to engineering background should opt for a humanities syllabus. humanities optional, I would suggest there is no binding rule that those who are from engineering background or science background, they can't opt for sociology. If you see at the results, people, those who have done wonderful in their optional of humanities, majority of them are not from those very background. Okay, why? See, this examination is to, the purpose of this is to objectively understand the subject and clear the examination. You are not here to do your PG or your PhD in that very subject, so that very purpose fails. Okay, that, and as you see the trend, people from engineering background, from science background are doing wonderfully good by taking sociology as an optional. First, read the syllabus. Since you may not be from humanities background, you may get very slight understanding of sociology as an optional. But sociology is about study of society and interaction between two different people, two individuals when they are interacting. Study of those phenomena itself is sociology. The study of social institutions such as marriage, family, religion, which you are quite aware of. These are generic things, and in day-to-day life you are interacting with social institution, you are part of social institution. That, so I would say that sociology is something which will come naturally to you if you have the right amount of guidance, number one, right amount of interest, that is number two. I would again say why, because if there was no Dronachar, there would have been no Arjun. That's a fact. Okay, if you have to excel, you need guidance, irrespective of from where you get it. Maybe your parents, maybe for your senior. Again, I would say that. So read the syllabus. Go through last 5 years question paper. Take the key words from those question paper. Google it. Read the articles from related articles from The Hindu. I know The Hindu is again tough for people, those who are not from English background. Even few of them, those who are from English background, again it becomes really tough for them. Okay, irrespective of background, Hindu is really tough in order to comprehend. So go through Indian Express. If you are able to comprehend, The Hindu is well, good and fine. Otherwise, I would suggest Indian Express. Okay, try to search those related articles which you can make out from the question and read those articles. Not just one article, 3-4 articles you will get a link, and just try to make sure are these articles, are these topic are resonating with you. If you are able to do it, this is the right optional. Third, go through the blogs, okay, detailed blogs, and interview of few successful candidates. But I would again suggest that should not be a benchmark for selecting any optional. You should objectively listen to what they are saying. You should have your own filters on, quote unquote. Okay, and that is how you are going to arrive at a decision. Fourth, I would suggest there is material of IGNOU which is readily available online, free of cost. Download few of its module. Just do single reading as if you are reading a novel. Okay, don't try to mug, don't try to analyze, just go through it. If you are able to make out what it is talking about, and then since you have read the syllabus, you have read the last 5 years question, you are able to place those stuff while reading those modules of IGNOU, you are at the very right place. Fifth and last, I would suggest make your decision as quick as possible, because your next prelim is 5th of near about I don't know exactly 5th of May or 12th of May it is, maybe, but it is in May. Okay, so hardly you have 7 months from now. Those who have not decided it, I would say invest 4 or 5 days, not more than that. Make up your mind within those 4 or 5 days. Follow the pattern, follow the way I have said, in order to arrive at the conclusion which optional you should choose. Once you have decided, stick to it. Complete the entire paper, whether you take coaching or you just go through notes. read it one single go. It will take good amount of time, okay, maybe 2 to 3 months. Read it second. First time when you are reading, just go with the flow, okay. You should not be trying to analyze those notes, because if the moment you start doing it, you will get stuck, because there are many things which are many definition which may appear in generic term having a totally entire connotation, and in sociological term it has very specific connotation, okay. So that is how I would suggest. Number third is that you should do answer writing as well, because see, again I have said the toughest part is nowadays to clear prelims. I have been doing it very successfully. The reason being is that I had very objective understanding of how to qualify for prelims. So for that, newspaper reading is a must. That's a fact. When you are reading newspaper, you should also try to read the newspaper related to your optional, in context of your optional if there is an article available. But please don't try to make a note of it. Okay, if you are trying to do, you will waste good amount of time. The best part is that you cut, copy, paste, put it somewhere, okay, make a collection of it, okay. If possible, hard copy, going through the hard copy is really good. Don't just underline each and every word over there, because most of the time this is what people do. First reading you should not underline. It is in second reading where you should underline, okay, and that should the things those who are underlined should be really important, not for the sake of underlining. One of my teacher has suggested when I was doing my engineering, when I was doing my masters from humanities, she suggested me that in a page there should not be more than 4 words. Those should be highlighted, okay. I'm not saying that this is the blueprint of success of reading a particular topic, but I would suggest that yes, there is a good amount of wisdom in doing it that way. Over and above, I would again suggest that you should go through the, not just for your for UPSC, because see, again I am saying the competition is too tough, and it is, we are living in an era where state PCS examination are conducted very frequently, especially Hindi speaking states such as Rajasthan, Uttar Pradesh, Bihar, Haryana. They have been doing it continuously, Madhya Pradesh, Chhattisgarh. So you have good ample amount of options to opt for in terms of PCS. So while you are preparing for UPSC, you should keep your eyes fixed for state PCS as well, okay. Because see, first thing first is that you need peace of mind. If you come from very good background, you have parents to support, you have financial stuff to take care of, then it's well, okay and fine. But majority of the candidate don't belong to such kind of group, okay. So first thing first, preparing for UPSC, well, good and fine, but you should also focus for PCS examination. And when you focus for PCS examination, if you are from a Hindi speaking belt, you have 4 or 5 or 6 states to choose from, and the PCS are being held regularly. This is a very good news. I don't know how long it will go on, but this is the right time you are in. Maybe post lockdown, there are so many states which are coming with vacancies. So definitely go through their syllabus, and what you will see is that sociology syllabus is really short, okay. In state PCS you will hardly find that sociology syllabus is, in UPSC itself it's really short. In state PCS, even compared to UPSC, it is really short. If you go through 5 years question paper, except Weber, Karl Marx, Durkheim, you will rarely find other philosophers being implicitly mentioned over there, okay. So there is no direct question. The question are definitely of generic form, okay, generic form. So you are able to understand the question what they are asking. What you need is to answer those generic question in a sociological manner in order to achieve good marks, in order to score well. Number third is that whenever you are answering those questions for your state PCS, if there is no word limit, in case of Bihar PCS there is no word limit, but they provide 36 papers for around 8 questions. So for taking around 4.5 pages for each question, you should dedicate at least the last part of it in context of that very particular state, Okay, for example, if there is a question, you introduce it, you give argument, you quote. Okay, but after quoting and before concluding, you should write in context of that particular state. For example, in context of Bihar, in context of Uttar Pradesh, in context of Rajasthan, in context of Haryana. So where you will get this context? So while we will be taking our sociological class, we will talk about the context pertaining to PCS and UPSC both. Whenever you are going to answer the question, I would suggest that at least make 3 references. Okay, 2 for the points, 1 against the point. When I am saying references, I am saying you to quote the thinkers. The thinkers should not just be those thinkers, those who are mentioned in syllabus. There should be contemporary thinkers as well. For example, if I have to quote Karl Marx, definitely I can use Weber against him, but then again I have to use a contemporary thinker or an Indian thinker in order to support my statement. Okay, plus you should give example from India. For example, I would say that when the last election was held in Bihar in 2019 parliamentary election in Bihar, there was a quote from Rudolf and Rudolf. Rudolf is a combination of both husband and wife. Okay, so last of the Rudolf, that is the husband, he died last year itself. So he quoted that how the combination with relation to caste combination in parliamentary election have changed, and how Mr. Nitish Kumar, in order to challenge the hegemony of Mr. Lalu Prasad Yadav, is going deeper into the hierarchy of caste and coming up with new combination. And he answered in context of Jahanabad parliamentary seat. Okay, when he gave examples such as that, and he said that how going deeper into the verticals of the caste and coming up with new combination, what actually happens? It empowers those who are at the base of that very pyramid because of change in caste combination. Okay, again I would suggest that when you are giving such kind of example, you need to have them backed by the thinkers, such as I mentioned Rudolf and Rudolf. Okay, how can you do that? You need extensive reading. So can you go on your own and do it extensively? No, you will lose a greater part of your time going through it. This is where mentors and coaching come into picture. The notes are readily available. We have a good team over here, those who will be going through the notes of sociology and providing you the best available, whether it is for Rajasthan PCS, Bihar PCS, or UP PCS, or maybe in this case Haryana PCS. We have the best of the team available. Our course structure will be designed in a manner that is more suited for your PCS examination. It will be customized. Maybe there are few topics which are overlapping, which is common in every PCS and UPSC examination. We'll have a different slot for it, and for state PCS specific to particular state, we'll have good amount of time and good amount of classes for that state also. Do go through this. Do comment your queries in the comment section and let us know what are your queries. Do subscribe to our channel so that you can get 2 or 3 free videos which will have our lectures, so you can make up your mind whether you have to be with us or not. In any way, best of luck. Prepare well for your PCS examination. All the best. Thank you.